All right, so I'm going to try to explain the covert channel concept. It's kind of hard to understand that just from notes, so I'm going to try and explain it, I guess. So what you have is you have two processes. One has secret security clearance, and the other has confidential. And say S process creates a file 1. Now if C tries to create a file called file 1, the system's not going to allow that because file 1 already exists. So say this file had a really important password as secret information, right? Because this is secret level because secret process created it. Say it has an important password, and say the password is 21, which is 10101 in binary. And say these are two Trojan horse processes where they're going to work together to try and get this password to the confidential process, which should not have access to it because it's above its security clearance. So what can happen is the S process is going to take this number and it's going to say, oh, the first number is a 1. So we're going to create file 1. And then C is going to try and create it, but the system will not allow it because the file already exists. So C interprets that as a 1. And then this process looks at the next number, which is a 0. And so S does not create file 1. And then C creates file 1, and it doesn't exist. It's allowed to happen, so they interpret that as a 0. And then so on, so forth. And so basically, C now has this secret information, and which should not be allowed. It's a really clever way of getting these two Trojan horse processes to work to get secret information to someone who shouldn't have it. And so what the solution is called poly-instantiation, which is where you can have, where the system allows two files of the same name to happen. That way, when C tries to create file 1 when it already exists, it goes through and they can't receive the signal from the secret user.